Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, yesterday, the 18th of July 2024, was a day youths had planned for a demonstration, and the courts ruled that the police cannot ban demonstrations. It's not them who issues orders that demonstration should take place. That is something that is enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, that the Constitution is the one that gives people that mandate. So why am I giving you all these stories? It's very simple. There's a statement that WAHOME THUKU has issued, and Ekuru Court has issued, and Kabando. I'll take you through these statements. But before you do that, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has been supporting this channel by liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. So I will take you first to a tweet that WAHOME THUKU wrote on his X. So this is what he said: RUTO must go. RUTO must go. That's the bottom line. Whether he will go tomorrow or next week or next month or next year or 2027, he will go. Until that time comes, he should be allowed to choose his government, subject to the dictates of the Constitution and the enabling laws. And yes, if and when he picks a nominee, the citizens should dig out the background of that candidate to the deepest depth and expose it. But there is only one opportunity. There is only one appointing authority. Now that is what WAHOME THUKU wrote. I will go through the details of that tweet later on. But first, let us go through something here that Ekuru Court also shared on his X, because there is some relationship between these tweets. Now, Ekuru said, "A little bird whispers again. Tomorrow, a new cabinet of a fake GNU is announced. Babaman Raila Odinga indirectly, or rather directly, joins President William RUTO. Interesting times for Kenya. The Gen Z's revolution is real. Let us take back our country. No retreat, no surrender." I wanted to underscore that part: no retreat, no surrender. This is basically trying to add fuel to what the Gen Zs are planning. Well, let me take you to another one. This is now Kabando saying, now, of fifth, only Raila had a chance of a reformist, fifth president. With Agwambo duty call dialing AU, RUTO will most likely rule until 2027, when he'll definitely fall. Alternative credible successor won't spout from Kanu block. Azimio won't breathe. A fresh credible block beckons. You know, that is now the end of our tweet. That is the third tweet. You have noticed something similar in all these tweets. The same call is RUTO must go and must fall. Earlier on, I read to you some details about what was shared by the Communication Authority, what was shared by the IG. But you see, the courts this time round did justice to the people of the Republic of Kenya and stood with the people. And that is what is always expected. You've seen a different Martha Koome lately, ever since protest started. Martha Koome, who seems to be realizing that it is now the right time for the courts to stand with the people. They have looked at the government and realized that the government is infringing on the rights of most people. So that explains why the government must listen to the people. You know, the call here is very simple. He must go. But who is to blame for putting it there? You know, there is a video I stumbled upon about Martin Shikuku, so in 2010, and I'm going to share the video in a minute. Martin Shikuku seems to be blaming people who are paid money, because if you understand the politics of Kenya, most politicians use money to get votes. They surface at the last time with dozens of money and confuse naive Kenyans who don't know that they need to exercise their right through the ballot. So they end up being confused and vote in a direction they ought not to have voted. So what Martin Shikuku is trying to tell us in that video, and this is like a prediction, he was saying you can take the money, I mean, just use it to pay something you never expected you to pay, but don't take the money to your kids, because it will poison your kids. That money is cursed. So let's just look at the troubles or the problems that Gen Zs are facing now. Let's be honest, the people who voted for William Ruto the most are the Gen Zs. That is not something that we can deny. But they had expectation on William Ruto. They knew that things were going to change according to them. We're not saying that they were naive then, but that is what happened. They voted for him knowing something was going to happen, and that's why you find that William Ruto was quick to adjust to the demands. Just take a look at this. There was a demonstration last year, a very threatening one. In fact, the last year's demonstration was threatening. If you look at the number of times Raila organized these demonstrations, zilikuwa zina threaten sana. But the moment the Gen Z and this Gen Z, the youths, Ruto realized that these are the people who voted for me. That is why you find that he reacted that way. So let's just leave that part. I want to share something about what Martin Shikuku said before we expound on those tweets. So this is what Martin Shikuku said in reacting to people who take politicians' money.
Yes.
Just watch this video.
I want the people to understand one thing. Those who fell during the struggle for independence, they were commoners, not the sons and the daughters of the big men. They are commoners who died to bring us where we are. But what hurts me more, sometimes I cry, is that commoner is worse off today than when before independence. It's that commoner for the so-called elite who subsidize their education with the hope that they'll help them to come from the mud they are in. Yet those intellectuals are the ones who are looting this country. They are the ones who are pushing that woman and that man who subsidized his or her university education further into the mud. What's the medicine? The medicine, when we start the new republic, make sure whoever gives you money to vote for him, take the money, because he's the one who have impoverished you. But don't give that money to your children. It's a cursed money. Go and pay debts or eat it yourself. Because if you take that money and give to your children, none of your children will be a leader. There is a move now where there are people who are supposed only to vote, never to be voted for. And you vote for the children of the rich and the children of the famous. Your own child will never be a leader of this country. But those who fell during the struggle for independence were commoners. I would like to have a commoner ruling this country. And he will not rule this country because he will not have money to give to people to get elected. Therefore, the medicine is that you, the parents, take the money. Don't vote for the man who gave you the money, but vote for a person who has not given you the money. A commoner like you who will go to parliament to pull you out of this mud. But if you continue eating this money from this big man, you are done. I hope, I even hear now, I was in the streets as I was coming here, some people told me, oh look Martin, are we really going to have a change? Because we already hear the children of the rich are planning to be governors where the money will be, and they have already earmarked where to go, some to parliament, some to the regional assembly, or rather counties, to eat the money. Then I told them, the best way, you are the only person who can bring change in this country is a commoner. And the commoner hear me loud and clear. I've fought for all these years. Now I'm 58 years in politics for the commoner. And I want you to hear this. Don't change yourself by not, I know you are being impoverished, and the poverty came in this country. It's no secret, and they should also hear me now. The rain started beating us way back in 1992. When then government printed the Jirongo shilling, the 500 note. And if you read on the Google, you'll find that year, 1992, having printed this 500 shillings note, the value of the dollar rose from 33 to 66, and it has never gone back. This has brought us this unemployment. Cost of living has gone up. People today, even men, have lost their dignity. You see a man asking another man for 5 bob or 20 shillings. A wife is begging, he is begging, the child is begging. It's a sick society. A society lack of morality, society lack of justice, society full of thieves, and society of liars. This is a sick nation. But when we get to the next, what we call republic, this must change. And if it doesn't change, there will be a change that will change us, and very violently.
Earlier on, I was telling you about what WAHOME THUKU said. You know, whether RUTO goes tomorrow, next week, or next month, or next year, or 2027, he will go. So WAHOME THUKU is literally trying to say, give William Ruto the remaining time for him to finish his term. But according to the tweet, William Odinga talked as a father, as a grandfather. He did not speak as a politician. He looked at what's best for Kenyans. According to him, that's what he said. So I think what WAHOME THUKU is saying here is that pia apoe nafasi tu, lakini eventually atatoka. That's why you find that even Ekuru Okot talks about no retreat, no surrender. Let's take back our country. So the goal here is very simple. I think this is now what many people are talking about. Allow Ruto to govern, but keep piling pressure on him, and in 2027, exit him. That is what many people seems to be talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to rest my case there. But what do you think about this call by WAHOME THUKU, just to allow William Ruto until 2027, and then exit him from the political arena? What do you think about that? Just go on below on the comment section and just offer your reaction. So perhaps if you're watching this video not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.